Change of base formula allows us to use our calculator now for logs. Okay? So, let me show you how it works here. And we're going to prove it. We know the answer is 2. We just said the answer was 2 there. Well, the change of base formula says use a formula with a log on top and a log on bottom. Okay? On top, the answer part goes. So what's the answer part to this log here? What's the answer part to that log? 4. So that goes on top. Regular log goes on top. 4. The base goes on the bottom. So now go to your calculators. We're going to see if it works. So type this in, hit enter, what do you get? You should get 2. Absolutely. Absolutely. You should get 2. Full screen. So when I put log 4, oops, what am I doing? So you go log of 4 divided by log of 2, you get 2. So it's a way of doing logs with other bases, right? We couldn't use the calculator before, but now we can, okay? Because we're going to get problems like this guy right here. If we were to do that using the steps that we did last week, we would get this. 8 to what power equals 30? What power would we need to equal 30? There is a power, but it's kind of in between, right? It's in between 1 and 2, right? 1 is 8 to the first power is 8. 8 to the second power is 64. It's kind of in between those two. So that's as far as we could go, right? Well, now using the calculator, we can actually get closer. Okay? So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the change of base. So log answer over log base. Log answer over log base. Log answer over log base. So what is the answer part for this guy here? 30. The base is 8. Go to your calculator, round it to the nearest thousandth. Thousandth is 3 places. Thousandth is 3 places. What do you get? Should be between 1 and 2. We said it's going to be between 1 and 2. What do you get when you use your calculator? 1.63, and then what was the next one was 1? 6? What was the number after that? Was it, do we leave it at 6 or do we round it? I forgot from last period. Stays there, right? Okay. We could get a little closer. Okay. Let's do the next one. Again, 9 to what power makes 4? Well, I know the square root of 9 is 3. That's close. That's 1/2. But to get closer, we would have to use the change of base. So log answer over log base. What do you get? use your calculator. Use your calculator, because we're going to get to harder ones later. So right now, I want you to practice now, because on the next page, we're going to get to ones where you need to know how to do that. So I want you to practice. I'm going a little slow here to let you practice on the calculator. What do you get? Should get, let's see, what was it? 4 over 9. So we should get 0.631. Close to 1/2. We said it was close to 1/2. Okay. ln means a natural log. It means a log, but a special type of log. We talked about this on Thursday. Right? There's actually an ln button. We don't have to do the change of base formula for this guy. We don't have to do the change of base formula because there's an ln button right next to the log button. Right next to the log button, there's an ln. You just hit ln 50. .912, 2's in the thousandths. 0 means stay, so 3.912. The missing power is 3.912. Okay. We're going to be doing that quite a bit on the next page. It's going to be part of our process. It's one of our steps we're going to need to do. Okay? The other thing that we haven't done yet this chapter, but we're going to need to do, is go from an exponent to a log. We've done a lot of the opposite. We've done a lot of going over here to over here. We've done that a lot. We just haven't gone the other way. So in other words, make that a log. How do I make that a log? Well, there's two ways to do it. I left the color coding system up here because some of you guys are using that, right? 2's the base. So it would be log of 2. 4 is the exponent. That would be on the other side of the equal sign. 16 is the answer. That would be in parentheses. Okay? That's one way to do it. The other way is an L. It's a little quicker way. So watch the L that I make. So the L that I make would start up here, and we go down, to the right, up, over, and back up. So you make a little L or a little foot or a little shoe, however you want to think about it. And you can change it to an X or a log. So we would say log. What number did I hit first? 2. That goes down here. Parentheses. What number did I hit second? 16. What number did I hit last? 4. Those two say the exact same thing. One's just a log, one's an exponent. Okay, we're going to be doing that a lot today too. Okay, so let's try it on the next one. 3 to the negative 2 equals 1/9. If you put 3 to the negative 2 in your calculator, you'll get 1/9. Okay, so change it to a log. Okay, what number did I hit first? 3. That's the base. Parentheses. What number did I hit second? 1/9. And the last one was negative 2. Okay. All righty. Okay, so those two steps are part of our process here. Here's the steps. Convert to a log using the L. We just did that. Change a base formula. We just did that. Those are 2 of our 4 steps that we're going to need to do today. Okay. So what are we doing? We're solving. We are solving for x. The problem is x is up in the sky. I can't solve for x when it's up in the clouds. I have to bring it down to the ground. Okay? If something's up in the sky, you can't see it because it's too high. How do you see it? You bring it down to the ground. How do we bring it down to the ground? Log. We use a log. So step one, I'm going to show you how to do that today. So step one says, find the base and the exponent. Find the base and the exponent. So for this one, it's 10 to the x over 5 power. Okay? Get that by itself. Get that by itself. Is there anything other than 10 to the x over 5 on this side, the left side of the blue line? No. Step one's already done for us. Step two, how do I move the power down to the ground? Make it a log. So I'm going to do the log L. So I have a log. My base is 10. Answer 57. Exponent x divided by 5. No more exponents. There are no more exponents. The exponent now is down on the ground. Step 3. How do I solve for x? What do I have to do to solve for x? How do I get x by itself? Multiply, right? It's divided right now, right? What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. Divided by 5. Multiply by 5. 5 divided by 5 makes a 1. So I get x equals this. That's the exact answer. They want us to round. They said in the directions, please round to the nearest hundredth. So that's where our calculator is going to come in. Okay? So I want you to round to the hundredth. Luckily, this one has a base of 10. So we don't have to do change of base. It's perfect for us. Our calculator does base 10. So what do you get? So we get, what was it? 5 times log, what was it? 57, log 57. 57, 8.779, blah, blah, blah. Well, it said it wants the hundredths. The hundredths is the second 7. So the 9 says go up. So 8.78. 8.78. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me put my blue line. Find the exponent with its base. There it is right there. I got to get that guy by itself. But the problem is it's got a 50 with it. How do I get that yellow by itself? I have 4 things I can do. Add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So it's being multiplied, right? So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to multiply, or sorry, multiplication is what's going on. The opposite is division. Okay? So divide both sides by 50. So I get 3 to the 3x. Don't change that to a decimal. We only want to change to decimals until the end. So what am I going to do? Just write it as a fraction. Keep it as a fraction. At the end, we'll round. But if you were to do that, you would get a decimal. We don't want decimals until the end. Okay? This guy's by itself. Now we're happy. Step 1 done. Step 2, change it to a log. Change it to a log. That's the only way to get 3x down to the ground. So I get log with a base of 3 9 over 50 equals 3x. Okay. Next step, get x by itself. How do I get x by itself? Divide. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to divide here. But over here, I'm not going to divide. I'm going to do something that's the same. Instead of dividing by 3, I'm going to multiply by 1/3. It's the same thing. You could divide, like if I were to divide you up into 3 groups or split you up into thirds, it's the same thing. The reason I'm doing that, I'll tell you about it in about 15 seconds. I'm going to tell you why I did this. Okay, I'm not ready yet, but I'll tell you why I did that instead of dividing. What do I do now? Starts with a C. What's my? Not combine. There's nothing to combine. I can't combine anything. Starts with a C. You have it on your desk. It's white. It's got a number on it. Calculator. Yeah, calculator part now. Now it's the calculator's turn. How do I put that in there though? Because my calculator doesn't like when the base is not 10. Base is not 10. I don't like that. Change it to what we just did in the front. Change a base. This is why we did it in the front instead of later, because you need to do it. So how do I change that so that my calculator can take it? What goes on top? What goes on top of the log? 9 over 50. The bottom is the base, right? And then we bring the 1/3 down. Okay, we bring it down. Thanks. Oh, thank you.
I just need to move to the side real quick.
There you go.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Like your
Oh, thank you. Okay. All right, now calculator time. What do you get on the calculator? Practice on the calculator. So the reason I didn't divide by 3 is because you already have a fraction. Why do I want to divide by 3 and make a worse fraction, right? It would be a 3-tiered fraction. I don't want to do that. Calculator's okay with fractions. Okay, so 1/3 times this fraction, tell me what you get. It's going to be a negative number, yeah. It's going to be a negative number. What was it? Yeah, that's it. So I want you to confirm you can do that on the calculator. Because today I can help you with the calculator. Tomorrow I can help you with the calculator. Wednesday I can help you with the calculator. Thursday I can't. Okay, so I want you to practice on the calculator. Where's this button, Mr. Flores? I can totally help today, tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay? Just Friday I can't. Or Thursday I can't. Okay? What's it? Oh, then you forgot to do the 1/3. See the 1/3 part in the front?
Oh, okay.
So you just go like this, and then in the front here, you put a times, and then 1 divided by 3. There you go. All right. Almost the hardest part about this is the calculator part, because it's not hard, but if you don't know where the buttons are and everything. Okay? All right, here we go. So if we have time, I'm going to show you how to do that exact same problem with very little work. The calculator will help you, okay? If we have time. If we don't worry about it, but it's the same problem we just did, but I'll show you how to do it without all of this work. It's a good way to check your answer. Okay, so let's go to example number 4 now. So cross this out, cross out the exact. It should be rounded, because it doesn't make sense if it says exact answer and then round it. You don't round exact answers. You round approximate answers. That's what they want. So it should say rounded. All right, here we go. So same thing. We're still doing the same thing we're solving, right? So I'm going to put my blue line down. I'm going to find where my exponent and base are. That's right here. Okay, good to go here. So far, so good. Everything else that's not yellow, I don't want on there. So I have 5 times and minus 2. Which one am I going to do first? So I have two options. Yeah, I'm going to end up dividing by 5 and adding 2, right? When I'm solving, which one do I do first? Start low and work your way up. Usually subtraction or addition are at the bottom, right? S of PEMDAS or GEMS, however you do it. That's where we start with, right? So we're going to start with addition, subtraction. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I get 58. Bring down everything I haven't used. Now I can divide. I'm not going to divide that in my calculator yet because I'm not ready to round because I'm not to my answer yet. So I'm just going to keep it as 58 over 5. Step 1 done. That guy's by itself. Step 2. What was step 2? The L. The L. Okay. So we get log with a base of 6, parentheses fraction, equals, bring that guy down to the ground. Now I can see 10x plus 10. Okay. Step 3, now he's down on the ground, I can solve. Minus 2. How the heck do I minus 2 from a log? You don't. So what do? You just write this. Minus 2. Okay. Divide by 10. Over here, I'm going to divide by 10. Over here, I'm going to do 1/10. For the same reason I did on the last problem. So I'm going to go 1/10. Okay, and then I'm going to move up here. I'm running out of room here. So I got 1/10 times log base 6, 58 divided by 5 minus 2 equals x. Last thing, big C, calculator. But again, it's a log with not a 10. So I have to make it digestible for my calculator. So I'm going to rewrite this part here. I'm going to say log with a base of 58 divided by 5 over log of 6, and then bring everything else down. 1/10 times minus 2. That my calculator will be okay with. So go to your calculators, tell me what you get.
1.86.
There you go, negative 1.86. Verify you can get negative 1.86. And if you're not able to, please, please, please ask so I can help you. So yeah, verify you get that. Negatives are okay. You're going to get some negatives. It's okay. Okay, one more. Then we have a exit ticket, and then we'll be done. Okay, we'll be done. No more. That's the last set of notes for the week. Okay, so verify you can get that. All right. Here we go.
Wait, is it 0.136 or 0.
Say it again.
I mean, both sides.
Let's see.
I got the-
Oh, then you got to do -2 at the end. See the -2 at the end right here?
Oh, okay.
So go -2. There you go. All righty. Okay, last one. Step 1, identify where is this guy here? Where is the base and the exponents? Now, sometimes they're going to do one of these guys. Sometimes they'll put parentheses around it. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll help you. Sometimes they won't. This guy right here. Okay? That's the only thing I want on that side. So I have a -10 and a +5. Which one am I going to get rid of first? +5. Good. Do the opposite. -73, -10. Bring everything down. Then I get rid of the -10. How do I get rid of the -10? Add it, subtract it, multiply, or divide it. Well, what is -10 doing with? It's being multiplied, right? What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. That's how you know it's division. So I'm not going to divide these, but it's a negative divided by a negative. So what I can do at least is make it a positive. If you didn't know that, it's okay. It'll work out in the end. But anytime you have double negatives, try to change them. Okay. Almost there. After I do that, the yellow's all by itself now. What am I going to do now? The L. Problem is, the L only works if the yellow is on the left side of the blue. So I got to do a switcheroo. So I'm going to write 9x minus 2 equals 73/10. Why did I do that? Because the L only works if the highlighted part is on the left side. It doesn't work. It would be a J. It wouldn't be an L. Okay? It doesn't work for a J. It only works for an L. So first of all, can I do that? Can I just flip them around? Is that okay? Yeah, because it's still equal, right? I still have an equal. I didn't change it. I just changed where its location was. Okay? So now I can do the L. So I have a log base 19, parentheses, fraction goes over here, 9x minus 2. Step 3, solve for x. Add 2 this time. Divide by 9. Over here, I'm going to do my 1/9 instead of dividing by 9. Okay. Last thing, calculator. Just remember, if that number is not a 10, you gotta change it a little. You gotta use the change of base. So it's not a 10. So I'm going to and bring everything else down. Okay. Okay, so calculate that, verify 2.08. You should get 2.08. Verify that you get 2.08 when you plug it into your calculator. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got about 20 minutes exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one exit ticket question. Okay, and then we'll be done. Okay. All right.